I think we make an assumption that someone is defined by who they currently are, who they can be, who they have been, based on what they've been arrested for. But somebody might be booked on an arson charge. So a law enforcement officer thought somebody committed arson, they booked them for arson. The public defender in me has to point out they're not convicted necessarily of arson, but they're booked of arson, and they're in the county jails. And there's someone who might be an amazing candidate for services. There's actually, a mental health diagnosis. They would do very well with mental health treatment and housing if they were released to the community. But they have this arson booking. And many service providers are unable to provide services to people who have an arson booking on their record. Folks who have, interacted more with unhoused folks may know that it's not uncommon, for example, to cook or warm yourself with a fire if you're unhoused. And that might have been the reason for the arson conviction. That looks very different if someone gets housing. They're no longer static, and they're not defined by this charge that defined them and is making it much harder for them to get services. If they have access to a job and housing, they may not need to warm themselves or cook that way. So I think the two assumptions that sort of really stuck out for me are that people are static and that they are the offense they were arrested for.